Good morning, everybody. It is your friend Rick. It is Sunday morning, November the 12th, 2017. If you need to contact me because you wish to make a donation, my email is rick0327@me.com. Guys, try and keep it brief, all right? I know a lot of you are frustrated and I don't need to hear about your ex cheating on you and all that stuff because that stuff doesn't matter in court. All right, just facts. Okay, that's all I really need to hear. I just need to hear if somebody's receiving public assistance, if you're divorced. Okay, if the lawyer talked you into paying child support through the agency in your divorce, stuff like that. No disrespect, but I mean, these long emails are not necessary and it takes up a lot of time. Okay. Not that your story's not important, but, basically I just need the facts. And again, if your wife cheated on you and all this other stuff, it has no bearing. Okay. They don't care about adultery anymore. We live in a immoral country these days. Okay. It's all about money. That's all we care about. Okay. I'm not saying we do, but that's all they care about. All right, so yesterday I received an email from Douglas Moomy. He's a subscriber of mine. I sent him the paperwork, and he sent me a link to a YouTube video, and it's a video of him. It's about a 23-minute video of him on the phone interviewing the child support agency, and he did a great job, and it's like he was born to do it. What he did was he basically, he talks very softly, speaks very well, and to her credit too, the woman from the child support agency just happens to be a very nice, pleasant woman, which makes it a lot easier for him. I'm not sure if this method would have been successful here in New York State because I've dealt with these women, and most of the people that you deal with are women, but there are men also. And they're not nearly as nice as this woman. Okay, so, but anyway, it's a great interview because he proves a lot of things, and he's using my method. All right, it's he obviously watched my videos. He has my paperwork, and the way he questions the woman, he proves that they have absolutely no authority to do what they're doing. All right, so let's just go to this email real fast. ORS, I don't know what that stands for. It's the state that he's in. It's a child support agency, collection agency, is involved because his ex-wife, asked them to collect. Now, what happened was his ex-wife decided, yeah, you know what? I want child support to be collected through child support services. Oh yeah, and I'll pay them $25 fee, and they'll come collect the money. Now, what they do is they're so slick, they treat it like they're the creditor. So they'll send out the same paperwork that they would as if she was receiving public assistance. Okay? They don't treat it, they don't tell the employer that, oh yeah, by the way, we're collecting child support on behalf of her because she's paying us. Okay? Now, by the way, there's a Supreme Court case called the Clearfield Doctrine, which says that when a governmental agency receives basically paper money, they are no longer granted 11th Amendment immunity. So Douglas here could sue them now, and they cannot use that presumption of 11th Amendment immunity because they are receiving a fee. So it's called the Clearfield Doctrine. Okay, I've talked about it before, and Amin Osiris has talked about it before. So what they're doing is they're collecting the money for the ex-wife, and they modified on their own. They modified his divorce judgment all by themselves, without going to court. By the way, they can't do that because they're a third party collector based on the woman admitting to Doug that the ex-wife paid a $25 fee. So they have absolutely no business modifying his divorce judgment and assessing like $20,000 in arrears. And that's what they did, all by themselves. And Doug gets them to admit this brilliantly. Okay, but I'm not going to play the whole video. I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to give you the facts, and I want all of you to watch the video because you're going to learn also by watching what he does, and he uses all the things that I preach to you guys, injury in fact. Okay? Just because a child support agency says you have to pay child support, there has to be a reason for it. Okay? Now, a mother can support a child. She doesn't need the other father. That's why we have single women having babies all the time. So why is it okay for her to work a job and support the child without a father? But based on the way the child support agencies and the government acts, she should go out and get a father then to help her pay the bills. The way they look at it. So his ex-wife makes more than enough money to support her son. Now, if the state is not supporting his child or children because of his non-payment, the state has no business getting involved. They have no business at all of interfering. As long as the state of whatever you live in has not paid a penny towards the rearance or the raising of your child, they have no business interfering and taking you to court for child support. You understand that? That's the injury in fact. Where is the state? And a lot of you are dealing with these petitions for child support where it's the state of so-and-so or the state of so-and-so child support collection agency, and they'll have your ex-wife or the baby mother on behalf of. Okay, so that makes them the petitioner. Now, what you do then, I mentioned in my past video, because I'm seeing more and more of these. If you're one of these people, you need to send them interrogatories demanding evidence. Now, I told you guys I don't favor them. I don't favor them if you're going to send them just to the child support agency. Now, if the child support agency is going to make themselves a petitioner, then go right at them. You have every right to do it. Okay? You have every right to send interrogatories to them, demanding discovery. And what we're going to be demanding discovery of, now, a debt, which is a DEBT, debt, is a contract. You cannot have a debt without consent by two parties, at least two parties. So the child support agency is claiming you owe a debt. Where is your consent? So where is this undertaking, agreement? There has to be an agreement by you. But what they do is they claim you owe them a debt because the baby mother or your ex-wife is receiving some type of governmental service. Okay? And even then, how can they prove that's your fault? They cannot. Okay? And many people of mine have sent the interrogatories to them and they refuse to answer them. But they refuse to answer them because they're not the petitioner. Well, not anymore. Okay? So, well, let me show you what I did. Where the hell are they? Hang in there with me, guys. Here they are. It'll come up soon. All right, here we go. Okay, notice of the court, Federal Rule 33. All right, we discussed it in the video. You guys now know, I'm telling you, I'm showing you guys, the Supreme Court in Howlett versus Rose, 1990 case. Now watch this, the Supremacy Clause. The Supremacy Clause is Article 6 Section 2 of the United States Constitution. It says, all courts and judges are bound by the laws of the Constitution. You understand that? Then, so they have to. So if the Constitution says you're entitled to due process by the law of the land, meaning you're entitled to a trial by jury in accordance with common law, you are entitled to it. And you guys have to fight. I had a guy in court. He went to court the other day, and he says they forced a lawyer on me. No, they did not. You say you got to say no. No, I am not taking a lawyer. Okay, I am not a ward of the court. I'm not incompetent. When you take a lawyer, you automatically become a ward of the court. You automatically become incompetent. That's the reason why the attorney speaks for you. They're not going to tell you this. I am telling you this. And I've told you guys this before. I did a video on why you should never get an attorney. Okay? I get emails every day from people who get screwed over by attorneys. I don't know of any success stories. And listen, I tried to get attorneys myself. I was so stressed out. I was dying to find an attorney. I had my father lend me $5,000 to get an attorney. I could not find an attorney because I knew too much, and every attorney I called, they tried to blow smoke up my rear end. Okay, so you don't have to accept an attorney. You guys are entitled to a trial by jury. I demand a trial by jury in accordance with common law. Well, we don't do that here. Well, then you send me to a court that does. Okay, I have you guys do a change of venue affidavit. Okay. What the hell is it? Notice of demand. What the hell is it? Here it is. Okay. The intention of this demand is change of venue to a court of record. All right. So what I do is I send you guys when you pay a donation to receive my paperwork, I send you all of the affidavits filed before going to court. I have instructions, and I tell you you don't have to send all of these. If there are different affidavits for different things, I'll tell you which ones to use. The other ones are just different options. Okay, so we got the special appearance down here. All right, we demand notice to the court, objection, trial by jury. You're going to send that in. We're going to send in objection. A non-judicial person cannot issue a money judgment. Many of you people are in front of these commissioners. They're phonies. They're fakes. Tell them that. I demand to go to a court. I wish to be before a sitting judge. No, you cannot. Well, then I demand you dismiss it. You're violating my rights. Under what? Under the United States Constitution, under the Supremacy Clause. All right, so I'm getting back to this. So, things take me different directions. I like to over-explain things to you guys, and I apologize, but that's the reason why I'm good at this, because I like to explain it. And now when you watch the video with Douglas, you're going to see he got it. He's saying all the things you hear me say in my videos. Okay? He did a great job. Okay? It's a Supremacy Clause forbids state courts to disassociate themselves from federal law. How many times have you guys heard federal law does not count in state courts? This is the case right here that forbids it. I never understood that myself. I'm like, wait a second. How can you say the federal law don't count in the court when the Constitution of the United States is considered federal? Okay? All right, so this is the interrogatories. All right? Provide evidence in support of claim that the undersigned caused an injury in fact, blah, 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 blah. All right, that's what it looks like. All right, change of venue. All right, so getting back to Doug here. All right, because I'm involved. He goes, they have no evidence on paying her. Boom. They are convinced they can file a lien judgment. They don't have a lien judgment, by the way. They claim they have it, but it's not filed with the. It's not based on a court order. It's based on them. It's based on them doing. It's a forgery. That's really all it is. They are convinced they can file. He goes, your paperwork also is working at Department of Workforce Services for unemployment. He must have sent in some other paperwork. I'll keep you up to date. Your paperwork is the bomb. To all the dudes that are not sure, read these writs. He's talking about my writs, by the way. Oh my God. All right, so basically he's endorsing my paperwork. Now, this is the channel here. It's Douglas Mooney. I'm going to leave it the link in the description. And what we're going to do is we're going to play a little bit for you. Okay.
My name is Jolynn.
Jolynn. Okay.
So what I've been able to find is we send out a letter to you every year on March 24th that tells you about what different actions can be taken when there is an arrears balance. So the amount of the arrears balance is what has not been paid since the divorce decree was established. And so it gets reported, the past due amount gets reported to the district court. And that's how they show it in their system. So there isn't an...
Now you heard her say the divorce decree. Child support agency has absolutely no jurisdiction on the divorce decree. None. Zero. Okay?
Court hearing that happens, it's an amount that gets reported every year.
Okay. So if you have that information, you probably have information on what year and time and date that the divorce decree was actually authorized and the divorce settlement, whatever happened. Do you have that? Do you know when I got divorced?
I can tell you the date of the divorce. You would have to get the copy of it from the court, but let me tell you the date of the divorce.
Okay.
So she has a copy of it, and later on in the video, he demands her to give him a copy, but she says we cannot. Okay? And she's telling him he has to go to the court to get it, which is not true. She's supposed to supply him with everything that she has in her possession that she believes authorizes them to take his money. So she's wrong right there.
It is dated December 15th, 2006.
Okay. So let me ask you something.
Sure.
From 2006 until 2010, as I'm looking at this account summary, it says that on 7/21/2010, this judgment was modified, and all of a sudden I owe $7,000 to you.
Okay, let me take a look back at that. See what
This is what I'm talking about. They modified it on their own without going to court. Okay? They cannot do that. And he catches them on it. I think he goes back to this later on in the video. You see how he's speaking calm? Okay? He's not making any, he's not being accusatory in any nature, any way. All right? This is, just watch the way he does this and learn. Okay?
fine.
Okay.
And we've also sent out just yesterday a full payment history to you.
Okay.
So that you'll be able to look at everything that's happened through our office.
Okay.
As far as payments go. So let me take a look and see if I can find that information for you. I can see what the change was there.
And here's the other problem that I'm having. These numbers keep going up. And I keep putting money in, and I'm getting $100 every 2 weeks put towards my arrears. And this number is just continuing to climb. And I have become a slave to the ORS. And there is no way, my child is going to be 7 or 18 years old next year. There is no way that I can pay this off if you guys continue to add money to it for some reason. And I don't know the reason.
So the way that I'm looking at it right now there have been payments going to the arrears. There has been nothing added to that balance for some fund now.
Okay.
It looks like in April, we did not, in March, we only received one payment, did not receive full support. So that was the last time that something was added to the arrears.
Okay, so let me just be on the same page with you.
Sure.
Okay. I started at Stanley Premium Western Forage in August of 2016. And on 9/7/16, the modified amount is $22,935. Okay?
Okay.
Now I worked at that company for a year and a month. So if you flip the page and you go to 9/20/2017, so we're talking 2016, so August 2016 to August 2017, the modified amount is $21,860. Okay? So it has gone down after paying $2,500 because it's $200 a month times 12, that's $2,400. So let's just average it out. That's $2,500. And it went from $22,900, okay,
Okay.
to $21,800.
Okay.
So where is the $2,500?
The amount we're receiving from your employer towards that arrears every month is $67.60. We're receiving 2 payments a month at $194.46.
Okay.
That covers the $321.32 of crunch support and $67.60 a month towards the arrears.
Okay, but that's not what my payroll check says. My payroll check says $100.
Then you'll have to ask your employer where the money is going because that's not.
You see what she's doing there? She's blaming the employer. Okay? It's not his employer. His employer is sending the money there. Okay? These people, they go unregulated. They do whatever they want. Okay? So he has a valid question there and they're not answering it. You got to talk to your employer. Well, he has the accounting there. Okay, let me fast forward here, see what we catch over here.
And I appreciate that. However, okay, so the money that I owe to her, she opened a contract with you, and
Look at that, perfect timing. I remembered being around this mark, that's why I went there. All right, now listen, he's talking about how they came into collecting child support.
did not open a contract with you, but somehow you have the authority to take my money because she said he's not paying me.
So every bit of money that we do receive from you goes to her.
Okay, so, and see that, I don't see either, because if you're taking 194 and I have a text in my pocket on my phone from her yesterday, because I asked her, I said, hey, I'm going down to ORS, are you getting all the money they're taking out? And she said that she receives a check for 188, hit or miss, every couple of weeks.
And part of that reason is you are credited that full amount. When she applied, she agreed to pay a fee for our services.
Oh, she agreed to pay a fee for your services.
Correct.
Okay.
That's on her.
Okay.
That is, you're still getting credited the full amount.
Okay, and I appreciate that. However, once again, I don't understand how in the world am I going to pay back $21,000, $22,000 when for the last couple of years, and I know you guys are all hooked into Department of Workforce Services and the state and all that. You guys have all my information. I know that. You can see that there have been several areas in my life where I was not working. I went to prison for a couple of years. You guys are just going to continue to add up these numbers, even though she knows I'm in prison and can't pay. You know I'm in prison and can't pay. If I'm not working.
And the state never paid a penny towards, even though he was in jail, incarcerated, the state never paid a penny towards the raising of his child. And meanwhile, every month they keep saying, well, he didn't pay, so they just keep adding it on, adding it on, adding it on. That is unlawful. Okay? So I'm going to end this video now. Do your own homework. Watch the video. You see the way he speaks? He's not accusing them of anything. He's got a nice, even temper. He did a very good job. I encourage all of you guys to watch the video. Okay? You're going to learn a lot. Okay? Not only are you going to see that it's a fraud, you're going to see that my methods work. Okay? This is all from me. He did the work, but it's based on my theories. Okay? I've proven, and now he's proving for me that he's proven that they have absolutely no authority to take your money. It's all a fraud. It's a giant fraud for the state to receive money from the federal government. That's all this is. Okay? Unless this, and even, here's the thing. I've even proven, even if the state is paying support for your child, it's not, they cannot prove it's because of you. Because there are plenty of women out there who are receiving public assistance and collecting child support. They let them do that because the state, well, they're happy because by getting you to pay it, they get 66%, depending on whatever the program, up to 100% for every dollar they take from you. It's a win-win for them. They don't care if they give you public assistance. There's plenty of women out there who don't know who the father is receiving public assistance. You know? And they'd rather you find the father so they can steal your money and get 66% to 100% of every dollar they steal from you. All right, so listen, to all my subscribers who were veterans, happy Veterans Day from yesterday, happy belated, okay? Thank you for your service. I thank you. My father was a veteran. I was born on a military base in Ohio. And, you know, it's sad that the government treats us all like crap. Anyway, so listen, I hope you learned something here. Go watch Douglas Mooney. Okay? You see the video there, and I have the link in the description. I'll talk to you guys later.